The worst way to make a decision is to base your choices off someone else's decisions. Why? Because people will want you to make decisions based on how they feel about whatever it is you're deciding. That's why I made the video talking about the cons of architecture, and now I've made this video about the pros of becoming an architect. Because I want those of you who are interested in the career to get an objective, balanced description of the career, so that at the end, no one has chosen your path but you. So let's get right into it, and remember to reach out if you ever have any questions. Architecture is not only about designing buildings, but designing them in a way to work better. It's about evolving the way we build and evolving the way we use materials to make buildings function better, cost less, and help our environment rather than damage it. Becoming an architect grants you the power to find solutions to the problems we face, from finding ways to provide shelter for everyone in the world, to making hospitals more efficient, to designing buildings that bring cultures together. If you would have asked me in high school what type of person I was, the creative type or the logical, I would have said neither. I really wasn't too good at anything, to tell you the truth. Studying architecture though forced me to constantly design, draw, and build. Over time, I started identifying more with the creative type. I consider creativity like a superpower, one that helps you solve problems like no one else could, and architecture will definitely help you unlock that power. One of the greatest things about this career is that your work will hold its place on this earth for a very long time. I literally mean that whatever designs you create throughout your career, that get built of course, will be there for as long as time allows. At first, you'll be doing small designs, maybe some furniture layout, maybe some floor pattern layout, or building paint schemes. But as you get experience, you'll move up to greater tasks. Eventually, after getting enough experience, you'll create designs that others can physically interact with. The feeling you get when you see a manifested design that began in your imagination is incredible and like any other experience out there. Studying architecture is unlike any other career. First of all, you'll be taking the same classes with the same group of people for the next 5 to 6 years. Second, your classes will welcome you to constantly share and express ideas with everyone in your class and other classes, which will result in bonding with the group. By the time you graduate, you'll have made great friends who will possibly help you as you continue to grow in your career. It's a good idea to make as many friends as you can and keep in touch with all of them. You never know how you guys will be able to help each other in the future. Because you will develop so many new skills and interests, you'll be able to participate in other jobs within the career. That is why it's not uncommon for architects to design jewelry, clothes, or even furniture. If you find that you don't enjoy working on buildings as much as you thought you would, that's okay, because you'll be able to find and pursue other jobs within the field using the creative knowledge that you acquired at school. Architecture school has to be one of the funnest work experiences I've ever had. What I mean by this is that traditionally school meant sitting in a class, being quiet, listening to the teacher speak, then going home and doing homework for a few hours. Then you would go back and repeat. Although you will take some classes of this nature, most of your time will be spent taking design classes. Here, you won't be in a classroom, but instead it's a studio environment where you will have your own workspace to build models, sketch, hang up your work, and keep your things. It's also important to note that your design classes will allow you to get up and walk around, talk to others, see what they're working on, and it's overall a very laid back and enjoyable experience. If architecture school teaches you one thing, it's how to deal with problems and how to deal with them quickly. 1 week before your midterm, your computer will crash and you will lose everything you did. I'll help you avoid this problem in my upcoming videos though, so don't worry. Another example is that you'll be walking with your model in hand and a gust of wind will pick it up and smash it into the wall, turning your model into a 10,000 piece puzzle. You're gonna run into many problems and complaining won't solve anything. Your only option will be to learn to apply your creativity to solve the problem and keep moving. After a few semesters, you will have learned how to be organized and solve problems efficiently and quickly. And believe me when I tell you that this is gonna come in handy in your everyday life. If you haven't seen my video about the cons of architecture, I suggest you check it out so that you can get an idea as to how often you'll be speaking in public. Spoiler alert, it's a lot. This hit me like a ton of bricks at the beginning of my career. I was super shy in high school, and I remember I took my college speech class online so that I could avoid speaking in front of the class. Turns out I had picked the career where you most need to speak in front of others. Looking back, if I would have known that, I don't know that I would have stayed, but I'm glad I did. Even though I still feel nervous when I get up in front of a group of people, I learned how to get better at getting my point across. They say practice makes perfect, and this is exactly the case when public speaking. Architecture is one of those careers where you're going to be at a computer for most of the day. But rather than reading or writing, it's most likely you'll be drawing, sketching, or rendering. This means that you'll be able to passively listen to music, audiobooks, or podcasts while you're working. While at school, I always had jobs where I had to be in front of customers or on the phone, so I couldn't be listening to anything else. Today though, I'm able to learn about things I'm interested in through audiobooks and YouTube videos while I complete my tasks at work. While you're in school, you'll sometimes do site visits. This is something that you continue to do in the field, but more often. Sometimes you'll go to meet clients, other times you'll go to document the site. It's something I consider a perk of the career because it allows you to get away from the desk, visit new places, and meet new people. In some cases, your firm's projects will be located in other cities or countries, and you'll be able to spend a few days traveling around the world. This is especially great because when you're not working, you'll be able to explore cool new places. Now that we've made it to the end of the video, I have a question for you. And the question is, what is your favorite thing, your pro of architecture? It doesn't matter if you're just starting school or graduated. Leave a comment with your answer down below. I'm really interested to see what you have to say. With that being said, thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, press the subscribe button and become part of the community. Take care everyone. See you down in the comments.